Hey, vinyl community, it is Trevor back with another Flat Round and Spun. Here to show off even more 90s pressings out of my record collection. I kind of went back to this app that some of you might know of called Discogs. You might have heard of it. If you haven't, check it out. It's a new thing. It's all the rage. And I went through and just out of curiosity from my video a few weeks ago of my 90s pressings and seen what I had, and there's actually even more than what I showed earlier, so I'm pretty sure I don't have any repeats from that, but we're gonna do this in chronological by year. I don't know about release, that would take way too much research, but let's get going because we got a lot going on here. Probably one of my earliest ones is a 12-inch single of 9 Inch Nails' Sin. It has a few remixes of Sin on here, and a really cool cover of Queen's Get Down, Make Love from News of the World. So, excellent single from 1990. Another 1990 pressing is Word is Law from Neurosis. This is when they were still kind of transitioning from their early hardcore roots to what would be known as like post-hardcore, something like that. But it's a really cool record. Good stuff. Next is industrial band. I always get this name. Trepanam Pal. I want to say they're French and Swiss, maybe French. Yeah, this is from 91, industrial band. I want to say, well, it's Road Racer. I could have swore that this was a major label at some point, maybe in the States, but this was, I believe, a UK pressing because it's on Road Racer Records. So, another promo single. I didn't even know this existed, but this is from Pigface off of Invisible Records, Martin Atkins label, the leader of Pigface. It's got some interviews with some band members on there, some songs from the Welcome to Mexico Asshole live album, and a couple cool songs on there from that. So very unique record there. Promo only. Another promo single I have. This is also from 91 or 92. Can't tell. 91. It's Prong. Song, or the title track for Prove You Wrong. A couple mixes on here. The Fuzzbuster mix was actually played at clubs quite a bit. And there's a song called Get a Grip on Yourself on here. Prong, 3-piece out of New York. Noise, but kind of industrial. Next one, close to my home of Detroit. This is Loud House. They do a cover of Smoke on the Water. This is a promo single. Loud House, as some of you may know of, some of the members later went on to Sponge, who had at least definitely in Detroit, had a big impact. But I think nationwide they made some waves during that time. So this is Loud House, Smoke on the Water. This is also from 91. And we're gonna skip a couple years and go to 94. I bought this when it came out, even though I didn't have a record player, but it had an extra song on there that wasn't on the CD, and that is Kiss My Ass, the tribute to Kiss. Lots of great artists on here. Anthrax, Garth Brooks doing Hard Luck Woman, which is actually really good. There's an all-star band called Shandy's Addiction, which is Maynard James Keenan from Tool, Tom Morello on guitar, Billy Gold from Faith No More on bass, Brad Wilk on drums, and they do Calling Dr. Love, which is really cool. So, good stuff. And it's on red vinyl. Next is a couple of promo singles from '95, I believe. Yes. First one is a promo 7-inch from Deftones, 7 words on blue vinyl with the big hole in there. I believe this is a censored version of it too. And then this I got at a listening party for White Zombie. This was for their was it 2000 Astro Creep 2000 album, but this has a Supercharger Heaven, and on the B-side, Where the Sidewalk Ends, the Bug Parade Begins, and that is on green vinyl on Psychoholic Records, not even on Geffen, but cool stuff. This was yeah, they just gave these out at the listening party. Another single I have, when I was mentioned, I DJ'd for a very, very brief bit, but a lot of people, including myself, knew this song from the movie Trainspotting. But this is Underworld Born Slippy, kind of a cool, smooth techno song, and I would play this quite often when I was DJing. And one of the few Wax Tracks label ones I got. Another one I played while I was DJing quite a bit, and I got introduced to this when I was at the record store. We played this a lot at Harmony House, but this is from '96. This is DJ Shadow introducing. Phenomenal record. If you have not heard this, please by all means check it out. Really, really cool record, where DJ Shadow just mixes all these landscape sounds and off of just, you know, kind of like what this album depicts. Just go through records and mash them all up together, but it's really, really awesome. And another 95, 96. This is the Young Gods, industrial band. I believe this is also from France. This is when I think I showed this before, when at a time when all the major labels was grabbing anything that was alternative under the alternative umbrella. But yeah, this is really good stuff. These guys used to be on Wax Tracks. This is their one Interscope album. I don't know if they had much more white vinyl, and I do believe the labels on the disc itself are flipped, so if you go to try to play side 1, you're actually playing side 2, and vice versa. Another industrial band, I believe this is from '96, New York noise aggro industrial bile. I really loved their first EP, Suck Pump, which is really good. This was from the album Techno Horror. The Dark Beats EP, just some remixes of some songs from their Techno Horror album. I actually saw them on this tour, which is really cool. Good stuff. More singles. 96, 97. I'll have to look. Yeah, 96, 97. But Barrel of a Gun from Depeche Mode, Jeff Witcher. I got one. See? This one I really like because it was just darker than a lot of their stuff that I previously heard from them. Actually, I thought, first time I heard this song, I thought it was a band called Chem Lab, and then found out it was Depeche Mode. I'm like, oh, they can go dark. I like it. So yeah, this one I played a lot when I was DJing. So great single, Barrel of a Gun, Depeche Mode. Another promo, full album though, and as we all in the vinyl community don't really care for these too much, but it's a picture disc. This is a band called Drain STH from Stockholm, Sweden. This is 98, I want to say, 97. I saw them in 98 or 99 on Ozfest. They're an all-female rock band, very reminiscent of Alice in Chains. Their albums are on streaming. They got 2. This one is Horror Wrestling, is this album, their debut, and then the next album was Freak of Nature, I want to say, something like that. But check them out, they're really good, but they broke up after their second album. And the singer is married to the master Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. So good stuff. Check it out. Drain STH. A couple more singles. This was another one I got. Actually, both these I got as promos. Powerman 5000, kind of new metal-ish. Yeah, this is the singer Spider. That's Rob Zombie's younger brother, I believe. And red vinyl, but new metal-ish, but it's still pretty cool. And this was a short-lived name band. They just dropped the prefix to their name, but this is REO Speed Dealer. Always love that name. Just kind of just beer-soaked rock and roll, kind of in the vein of Motorhead. This is called Double Clutchin' Finger Fucking. Good stuff. Just regular black. Yeah, it's just 2 songs on the A side and the song on the A side, Screaming and Get a Rope. Saw them once as Speed Dealer. Great band. Next, a friend of mine gave this to me because it's his band and dear friend of mine. And these guys are from Detroit, but one of the guys actually lives here in Washington, and we see each other a few times a year. But the band is called Social Scare. I knew these guys when they were teenagers. Out of Detroit, punk scene, more on the edgier punk. They are not pop punk, but just awesome stuff. Really, really good album. So I was glad that he had extra copies. He's just like, yeah, we're not doing anything with these here, and I play this quite often. So Social Scare, Detroit. That's 98, 99. This one is definitely 99 because I remember buying this when it first came out. But this is Stormtroopers of Death. Bigger Than the Devil. Obviously an homage to Number of the Beast. Many people know their other album, Speak English or Die. This was like almost 15 years later. Not as good as Speak English or Die, but this is still a pretty good album. And fortunately, I got to see him on this tour and got to meet Billy and Danny from here, and actually that will lead to my next one, which is another 7-inch single that I bought at the show, but that's Seasoning the Obese, kind of play off of Slayer's Seasons in the Abyss, but I had Billy and Danny sign it. It's also a split single with Yellow Machine Gun. I probably listened to that song once. This is another one where the labels are reversed, but it's on yellow vinyl. So, let's see. We got 2 more things here. I think I've shown this one before. This is Entombed, Black Juju 10-inch, where they cover Alice Cooper's Black Juju. Really good version on Man's Ruin Records. I think the only one I have off this label, and it's really cool. Great marble. But, yeah, I dig 90s Entombed, and actually a little bit into the 2000s, but Entombed, great band. 99, I believe. And then also, this is definitely 99. Split 7-inch to tie in to the movie Detroit Rock City. It's the Donnas and Kiss. The Donnas do Strutter, and obviously Kiss doing Detroit Rock City on clear 7-inch. I saw this movie a couple times in the theater, and actually when the DVD came out, that was the sole purpose of me getting a DVD player, because I love that movie so much. I know it's a horrible movie, but it's fun. So, and being a big Kiss fan. Yeah, so those are the rest of my 90s pressings that I have in my collection. Sorry, I had to blast through them, otherwise I can make this into... I probably should have just made it into a 5-part series, but just wanted to get that out there. So, anyway, I want to thank... Yesterday, had a great conversation with Steve from All the World's a Stage. We did a live stream yesterday. I'll put a link to that in the description, and hopefully check that out. It was a really good time. I would say grab a snack and have a drink available because it gets rather lengthy, but got to know each other really well, man. It was a really, really good time. So anyhow, my 90s collection, shout out to Steve, and hopefully we'll talk to you later. See ya!